Hello and welcome to another video on my front-end basics series of tutorials. So now in this chapter, I want to talk to you. Well, as usual, please go ahead and follow me on GitHub, visit my website, email me, and I hope the spelling is correct. Yeah, it is correct. It is correct. Okay, right then. So in this video, now as always, I am going to assume that you have already gone through video 1 to 3 before coming to the current one, and here I want to go ahead and help you set up VS Code. Now please understand that I already have explained this I've already gone ahead and showed you a video where I've already done this, especially the part about whoa, hold on, sorry. Yeah, what I'm saying is, hold on, I need to give you, so I've already given you the video, a playlist really, an entire playlist where I have gone into a lot of detail. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this is the one I was talking about. I already shared this in the, I think, first or second video. So I already made a bunch of videos about how to set up VS Code. So this is already there for you. Okay, so please go ahead and configure GitHub on your own. I cannot stress this enough. You want to make sure that GitHub is already configured on your computer. Okay, so I'm going to put this link in the description. Let me just put this in my notes as well. So you got to make sure that you set up GitHub on your machine. Now that is one step I can't show right now because my computer is already configured to use Git. So if I want to reconfigure, then I got to reset everything. It's a whole lot of hassle. So that video is already there. So please go ahead and make sure GitHub is configured on your computer. Very, very important that you do that. So I'm going to put that link so I've gone ahead and put that in the description. Okay, all right then. So coming back, but still, now installing VS Code is something I can repeat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go remove VS Code from my machine. Okay, so let me make sure VS Code is not running right now. No, it's not running. You can see here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and uninstall VS Code from my computer just so that I can show you how to install it. Okay, so let me go here. VS Code, Microsoft Visual Studio Code. There you go. I'm going to say uninstall, remove. Okay. Now, if you already have VS Code, don't uninstall it. I'm just doing it just to show you that, how to install it. Okay, so it's fine. There you go. It's gone now. It's gone from the computer. It was there. The icon was there. It is not. It's gone now. Okay. So first step is, as always, I'm going to go ahead and go to the VS Code website. So let's go ahead. Okay, all right then. So there you go. That's VS Code. Let's open that. I'm going to put this link also in the video description. Cool. There you go. I'm on Windows, so I'm going to use the thank you for downloading. There it is. Okay, there we go. Okay, all right then. Open file and voila. Accept the terms and conditions. Okay, next. See, this is something. I'm going to pause here. I'm going to slow down a little bit. So you see this? Please double check this. I am requesting you. Okay, please remember to check. This is another reason why I uninstalled it and installed it, because a lot of times what happens, you're in a rush, you click next, and you forget to check this option. This option is not mandatory. Otherwise, I'm sure Microsoft would have turned it on by default. But for me, it is mandatory. So please remember to slow down on this step, okay, and check both these options. Very, very important. I'm going to stay on this page for a second. Well, for a few seconds. I'm going to drink some water. Yeah. So I'm going to stay on this. Yeah, I've got my water bottle here. So I'm going to stay on this page. This is very important. It's very, very useful. So please remember to go slow. Don't just click next. Don't be in a rush. In general, whatever you're learning, it's not a good idea to rush through things. Sure, there are some things in life where you may have to rush, where you don't have a choice, but with programming at least you do have a choice to slow down, completely under your control. So go ahead. So on this page, make sure you check mark these two things. Next, this part is fine, and install. Once again, depending on the speed of your computer and internet, it will take a few seconds. Please wait for it. Okay, and then there it is. So I'm going to uncheck that and I'm going to click on finish. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I'm going to say Visual Studio Code. There you go, and voila. Okay, so next thing which I want to do is I want to go ahead and sign. Oh, it's already signed in. I mean, I want to show you to sign in. I can sign out and then sign back in, but it's okay. I'm sure that is part you can figure out on your own. So there you go. So that's Visual Studio Code. Next thing is extensions is here. I already have some extensions. We'll go into this a little bit later, but for example, there's something called live preview, which is very essential for our work. There are a lot of other extensions. We'll talk about it when we come to that stage. Otherwise, the important things here is this is the file folder. Let's go ahead and open a folder, shall we? So let's go ahead and bring up my example project. Let me just go to github.com. Okay, so this is my github.com. Here I'm going to go to my account. All right, let's go to front end for students. Don't forget to follow me on GitHub, right? Don't forget to put a star on my repository. I'll put this link also in the description. It's already there, I think. Yeah, it's already there. Okay, so here, what am I looking for? I want a very simple starter project. So let's go ahead and get that. So I'm gonna go ahead and download this. Okay. Yeah. Okay, it's downloaded. Now let me go ahead and get that here. Okay, front end for students. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and okay, there it is, front end for students, and I'm going to extract it. Okay, it'll take a few seconds. Okay, front end for students main one. There you go. Here I'm looking for Bootstrap for students, Bootstrap starter. Yeah, this is what I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this folder here, and just for the sake of convenience, I'm going to go to my desktop and I'll just create a folder like okay, to delete September 7th. I like to keep things a little bit organized. I like it that way. So there you go. That's where I have my starter folder. So I'll go to there are multiple ways to open this folder. The first way is, of course, I'm going to close VS Code. I'll go here directly and I'll just right click in a blank space. Very important, not on a specific file. Don't do that. Some people do that. Don't do that. You have to right click on the white area or a black area if you're using dark theme, and then go ahead and show more options and then open with code. Let me do that one more time. Go to the folder, go inside the folder, right click, show more options, open with code. And there it is. That's one way. Go ahead, trust the folder. It's your computer. You can trust it. That's one way to open things. Another way to open things is open VS Code directly. And then go ahead and say file, open folder. Go to desktop where you kept your project folder, right? Go inside the folder again, very important. Go inside the folder and then select folder. So two ways to open this. And of course, if I want to run this, then what I will do, right click, and then I'm going to say show preview. And there it is. That's my starter folder. We'll worry about these extensions later. So that's how you go ahead and open something in VS Code, open a project folder and things like that. Now here, what are the main things? The things which you normally use, like I said, file. This is where on the left side, you see all the files. You can use split window, very, very useful. Like on the top right corner, you have a tiny, my face is, hold on, you can't see it. Yeah, there you go. So on the top right corner, you have a tiny symbol called split window. I use split window a lot. Sometimes I use triple split window. Very, very useful. So please go ahead and try that one. Okay, and then I use the folder view. Very useful again to look at all the files, open folders, things like that. Search, very useful for searching things. Like for example, if I'm searching for all the there you go, all the links, I can search for it. Very, very useful. Replace also works just fine. This is for Git. I'll show that in a few seconds. This is for debugging. I don't use it that much, but it can be useful. And then finally, extensions on the left side. You can search for extensions and install it. We'll come to the installation thing of extensions in the next video, not right now, right? So that's about another thing which I use is terminal on the top left corner. You have terminal, go to terminal and then new terminal. You get a terminal in the bottom. We'll use that in a few seconds. And another thing I use a lot is view and then command palette. I use this also a lot. A lot of times you want to run commands and things like that. For example, there is one thing called developer reload window. So let me just search for, there you go. So I do use this reload window option a lot. So let me show that again. So go to view, command palette, developer reload window. Yeah, I use that a lot. You'll end up using that a lot as well. Another thing is terminal. Sometimes you have to open multiple terminals. So you can say terminal, new terminal. So you can open as many terminals as you want. I hope you can see it here. You can open as many terminals as you want. You will need to do it depending on project, especially when you're working on React.js. You may want to run multiple servers from a single project, like you would have an API server or a fake data server running, and you also want to run the React.js project. And sometimes you have to run multiple React.js projects or multiple .NET projects or multiple Next.js projects, multiple Node.js servers. So in those scenarios, you may have a single project folder, but you have to run multiple terminals. So very useful to, use the terminal a lot. Now about themes, this is something I guess I have to talk about. A lot of people use dark theme, like if you go to color theme, you can select, like, let me see, I can go, yeah, I'm using light visual. So there you go. That's the dark theme over there. But I don't like dark theme, even though it is like nighttime or daytime. I guess I'm just old school. We didn't have themes when we were coding, so I got used to it. So I usually use the light theme, also because I think colors, the black color, the colors, whatever you see, look better on a white screen. And also, for a tutorial and everything, you should be able to see properly what is happening. So personally, I like the light theme, but if you want to, just go to settings, go to themes, and then choose whatever theme you want. There are a lot of other settings, extensions, profiles, whatever. It's not really useful for a beginner. So what I showed you right now is all you need to use VS Code. Now that's let me see if I missed something else. What else? There you go. Install VS Code, done. Sign in with the GitHub. It's already done. I think you can figure it out on your own. You should be able to do at least that much. The button is right here. Just go here, click on this person symbol, and you'll see an option called sign in. So I think you can do that on your own. I don't want to sign out and sign back in again. Just such a hassle. All right then. So next thing is start a folder. I already did that. I want to give you a quick GitHub demo, so let's do that here. So I'm going to go to my GitHub account. Okay, once again I want to remind you that this video, please go ahead and watch this video. It has, in fact, the entire playlist I made, some 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 videos, almost 3 hours worth of GitHub videos already there on my channel. All of them go into a lot of detail about how to use Git. So hopefully you will check that out, but still I'll give you a quick GitHub demo anyway. So let's go ahead and create a new repository, shall we? So there you go. So I'm going to say create a new repository to delete September 7 2024. Okay, description, just a quick repo to show for the tutorial video, right? I want to make this private for now, just to show you. Add a readme file, very useful. Git ignore, we are doing JavaScript, so that's going to be Node.js. Okay, then that's it. There you go. Title, description, make it private or public if you don't mind people seeing it. Right now I'm going to keep it private because I'll be deleting this anyway, so I don't want to make it public. I want to add a readme file. And then git ignore, I'm using JavaScript. JavaScript is Node.js, so that's git ignore. License, it doesn't matter. And then finally click repository. Okay, there you go. That's good. Now, if I want to, I can directly edit directly on the GitHub website. So I can just say, okay, I can say, oh, all right, just a quick GitHub demo for the tutorial video. Okay, and then I can say commit changes, quick change for the sake of tutorial video, commit changes, and that is done. And you can go here, you can see that now I have 2 commits. See, so that's fine. Now I want to open this on my computer using VS Code. So I'll go here and I'll copy this link, this one here, right? I'll copy this link, and now I'm going to come back to my desktop. This is the delete folder. So again, like I said, watch the YouTube video here, GitHub, it'll make more sense to you. But here I'm just going to do it like a quick way. So I'm going to say right click, I'll go to terminal, and I'm going to say git clone and paste that link, and that's it. Okay, once again, I'll go inside, like I said last time, go inside the folder, right click on the white area, show more options, open with code. See, that's all there is to it. Now, let's say I want to make some changes. Okay, let's say I'm going to say, okay, all right, to making some changes for the tutorial video, quick GitHub recap. Okay, and I'm going to open terminal, and here I'm going to say git space add space dot git status. There you go, it's green color. Git space commit. Okay, commit, showcasing how to use GitHub for the tutorial video, and then escape, press escape on your keyboard, and then shift : WQ, press enter. There it is, and then git status, that green color is gone. Last step, git push, and it says it is done. So if I come back here, I'm going to close this file, close folder, and if I go back to my GitHub, and you can see here, there it is. All right, to making some changes. This is what I just did on VS Code on my computer, and you see that before it was 2 commits, now it is 3 commits. Go ahead, 3 commits. That looks good. See what I just did? All right, too. Now I don't want this anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it anyway. So I'm going to go to settings all the way to the bottom. Ooh, delete this repository. Okay, I want to copy the title. I want to delete this repository. I understand. And then I'm going to say delete this repository. I need to put the authentication code. Let me do that. Hold on. Yeah, don't forget to configure two-factor authentication on your GitHub account. Your GitHub account is really, really valuable. It's very personal as well. So make sure you secure it with two-factor authentication. Let's see. Okay, that is done. And it's gone now. There you go. That's another thing I wanted to do in this video. So there it is, folks. So in this video, what we did was I showed you, in fact, I already had VS Code on my computer. I removed it. Please don't do that if you already have VS Code. I removed it so that I can show you how to install it, and then make sure you sign in with GitHub. And of course, extensions. We will go in depth into extensions later. And then I also showed you how to get a starter folder and run it on the machine. And finally, I give you a quick GitHub demo. Although, like I said, I already have about some 2 to 3 hours of detailed, very, very detailed Git and GitHub related videos on my channel. I've already put the link in the description. So please go ahead and give it a try. So that's all I wanted to do in this video. I will see you in the next one.